Imagine seeing a market crash coming before it happens, and instead of losing everything, you turn it into one of the biggest wins of your life. Sounds unbelievable, right? But that's exactly what Paul Tudor Jones did. He's one of the most respected traders in history, and his story shows that success in trading isn't about luck or guessing right. It's about staying calm, protecting your money, and following a plan when everyone else is panicking. Jones didn't just make millions. He changed how traders think. He proved that real power in the market comes from your mindset, not your predictions. It comes from discipline, patience, and learning to control yourself when things get crazy. In this video, we'll look at 10 powerful lessons from Paul Tudor Jones. Lessons that can help you trade better, think smarter, and last longer in this game. Whether you're new to trading or have been doing it for years, what you'll learn today can change the way you see the market forever. So let's step into the mind of Paul Tudor Jones and find out what really separates traders who win from those who lose everything. Back in 1987, Jones was already a rising name on Wall Street. He had discipline, instinct, and a small but focused trading fund. But when he looked at the charts leading up to October that year, something didn't feel right. He noticed volatility building, sentiment turning euphoric, and patterns that reminded him of past crashes. While most traders chased the rally, convinced the market would never fall, Jones prepared for the opposite. Quietly, he positioned himself for what few believed could happen, a massive downturn. Then came Black Monday, October 19th, 1987. The market plunged more than 20% in a single day. Fear spread like wildfire. Portfolios were destroyed, funds collapsed, billion-dollar institutions were on their knees. But Jones was ready. While panic consumed others, he calmly executed his plan. He didn't freeze. He didn't hope. He acted. And by the time the dust settled, his fund was up more than 60%, while others were drowning in losses. That moment didn't just make Paul Tudor Jones rich. It made him a legend. But more importantly, it proved something powerful. Trading success isn't about predicting every move. It's about preparing for when the impossible happens. Jones often said, "Every day I assume every position I have is wrong." That mindset, humility mixed with caution, is what saved him while others were destroyed. Because in the markets, the danger isn't the storm. It's thinking it can't happen. Never get comfortable. Never get certain. Never get proud. The moment you do, the market will remind you who's in charge. Making money in the markets feels exciting. Watching green numbers rise on your screen gives you confidence, even pride. But that's exactly where most traders lose control. Paul Tudor Jones understood a truth that took him years to learn the hard way. The goal of a trader isn't to make money. The goal is to protect it. He built his entire philosophy around one simple sentence: don't focus on making money. Focus on protecting what you have. Jones knew markets are unpredictable. You can't control outcomes, news, or other people's emotions. But you can control one thing: how much you're willing to lose. Every single trade he placed started with that question. If I'm wrong, how much will it cost me? That's how he survived Black Monday. That's how he survived every storm that came after. He often compared trading to boxing. You can throw great punches, but the fighter who keeps his guard up lasts longer. Defense creates opportunity. He risked only a small fraction of his capital on each position, never more than he could emotionally or financially handle. If he lost, it was small. If he won, it was significant. Once your capital is gone, your options disappear. He trained his team to think like survivors, not gamblers. Losers, average losers, he reminded them. When a trade went wrong, they didn't add more. They got out fast, clean, without emotion. That discipline, the ability to cut when others freeze, is what separates professionals from hopefuls. Before you think about profit, think about survival. The trader who survives long enough will always find another winning opportunity. In trading, the battle isn't on the chart. It's in your mind. The market only exposes what's already inside you: fear, greed, doubt. Jones knew emotions were the silent killer of every great idea. He once said, "The most important rule of trading is to play great defense." But what he really meant was emotional defense, protecting your decision-making from your own impulses. Early in his career, he was reckless. He'd overtrade after a win, revenge trade after a loss, and let ego whisper, You can't be wrong. Every time he listened, the market humbled him. That humility became his teacher. He started journaling every trade, not just for numbers, but for feelings. Over time, he saw a pattern. His worst trades didn't come from bad setups, they came from emotional setups. So he built habits to control them. He meditated before trading. He stopped watching every tick. He focused on process, not noise. When your emotions run high, logic shuts down. Feelings in the market are expensive. He learned to stay detached. If a trade hit his stop, he didn't take it personally. Every day I'm humble before the market, he said. That humility isn't weakness, it's armor. Prices flashing, headlines screaming, emotions boiling. Your instinct says act. But Jones knew that impulse is the trap. Losers, average losers, he'd say. The moment you start improvising, you've already lost. He built his career on structure. Every trade began long before he clicked buy. He defined entry, stop, size, and exit before the first tick. In the heat of the moment, your brain lies to you. When you're scared, you cut winners. When you're greedy, you move stops. When you're overconfident, you double down. A plan protects you from yourself. Jones treated trading like flying a jet through turbulence. The checklist came first, feelings last. You're only as good as the rules you follow when the pressure's on, he said. Build a system you trust and follow it like your trading life depends on it. Because it does, losing hurts. It bruises your ego. It tempts you to hold, to hope, to pray the chart will turn. But Jones learned early that hope is not a strategy. When a trade moved against him, he didn't argue. He acted. He closed instantly, no hesitation, no bargaining. Great defense means small losses. Every position had a predetermined stop. If price hit that level, he was out, even if it rebounded seconds later. He wasn't trading for comfort, he was trading for survival. A small flame you can stamp out, wait too long, and the forest burns. Ego whispers, it'll come back. The market doesn't reward pride, it rewards precision. If you have a losing position that's making you uncomfortable, he told his team, the solution is simple. Get out. He didn't try to avoid loss. He expected it. One big loss can erase 100 small wins, but 10 small losses can't destroy a disciplined trader. When he had a winner, he didn't rush to cash out just to feel safe. He let it breathe, used trailing stops, stayed as long as the trend lived, cut losses without mercy, let winners run without fear. Picture the trading floor, phones ringing, voices shouting, prices collapsing. Amid the noise, one man sits calm, focused, unmoved. That was Paul Tudor Jones. He didn't trade with adrenaline, he traded with rhythm. To him, discipline was oxygen. Anyone can be disciplined when things are easy, but when the market turns against you, that's when it really counts. The market isn't your opponent, your emotions are. Fear makes you exit too early, greed keeps you too long, ego makes you break rules. Discipline silences all three. Where you want to be is always in control, never wishing, never hoping, never overconfident, he said. He built routines, review risk, clear the mind, enter only trades he could explain in one sentence. Discipline isn't about feeling nothing, it's about acting right, despite how you feel. Consistency is born in chaos. If you can stay calm when the market screams, you've already won half the battle. Discipline isn't a mood, it's a habit. The markets never sleep. Every candle tempts you. Every alert whispers, this could be the one. But Jones understood that most traders lose because they can't sit still. He waited for proof. Trading was hunting, study, observe, wait, then strike. In his early years, he overtraded just to feel alive. Activity isn't productivity. After 1987, he changed, traded less, earned more. He spent hours preparing so that when the perfect setup came, he could act instantly. Don't trade just to trade, he told his team. Wait for the market to come to you. Patience is power. Every time you enter without an edge, you're gambling. Every time you wait for confirmation, you're stacking odds in your favor. The best money I ever made was on the trades I didn't take. Success isn't just about knowing when to act, it's about knowing when not to. Patience isn't passive, it's preparation. Everyone celebrates the big win, the perfect call. But Jones knew greatness isn't built on one explosion of success. It's built on quiet repetition. The most important thing to be is consistent, he said. Every morning, wake early, exercise, read, review, adjust risk. Visualize outcomes. Consistency in behavior creates consistency in results. Trading is like training. One incredible workout changes nothing. Daily effort does. You will not find success by doing extraordinary things once in a while, but by doing the ordinary things extraordinarily well. He ignored excitement and focused on endurance. Bad day or good day, he stayed steady. Same risk, same process, same pace. He measured success by execution quality, not by profit. The moment you think you've mastered the market is the moment the market humbles you. Jones never saw himself as a master, only a student with better questions. Even after decades of success, he still studied. He challenged his own ideas and adapted. He never fell in love with a method, only with improvement. Every mistake was a teacher. After a bad month, he asked, "What did the market teach me this time?" That humility turned failure into data, and data into progress. The biggest mistake a trader can make is to stop learning. Stay a student of the game. Read, review, test, evolve. Growth isn't a destination, it's a mindset. The traders who endure aren't those who know the most, but those who never stop becoming better than they were yesterday. Every trader wants the secret formula, the indicator, the pattern, the perfect entry. But Jones learned none of that matters if your mind isn't right. When the market shakes, the only thing holding you steady is belief. Not belief that you'll be right, but belief that you'll stay disciplined. You can't control the outcome, but you can control your behavior. Jones replaced emotion with conviction, a deep trust in his preparation. Confidence built on results is fragile, but confidence built on routine is unshakable. Trading is like walking a tightrope. Look down and you freeze. Focus on your rope, your process, and you cross safely. Follow your rules even when scared. Close a trade when you're wrong, without hesitation. Sit through volatility because you trust your plan. Your belief system is your trading system. Feed it with discipline. Guard it with practice. Let's be honest, everything you've learned today sounds simple. Protect your capital. Stay disciplined. Follow your plan. Cut losses fast. Let winners run. Be patient. Keep learning. You've heard them before. But simple isn't easy, because in trading, the hardest battle is never against the market. It's against yourself. It's the fight between logic and emotion, between the voice that says stick to the plan and the one that whispers just this once. Paul Tudor Jones mastered that battle. He didn't win because he was lucky or gifted. He won because he built habits stronger than emotion. He trusted process over prediction. He stayed calm when others panicked, focused when others froze, and disciplined when others gambled. He proved that the greatest trading system in the world is useless without the right mindset behind it. Your edge isn't your setup, it's your self-control. It's your ability to stay rational when everyone else is reacting. So remember this: knowing the rules means nothing if you don't live by them. Protect before you profit. Trade the plan, not your emotions. Keep showing up. Keep learning. Keep evolving. Because mastery isn't built in a moment. It's built in the days you refuse to give up. Trading success doesn't come from controlling the market. It comes from controlling yourself. And when you master that, no storm, no loss, no crash can ever break you. If this message inspired you, help it inspire others. Like this video so it reaches more traders who need this mindset. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss our next deep lesson on trading psychology and success. And drop a comment below. Tell us which lesson from Paul Tudor Jones hit you the hardest. Because the journey doesn't end here. It begins when you decide to act. Trade smart, stay disciplined, and keep building the mindset of a champion.